Right, strap in, dickheads. We've got a serious one on the bench. Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted. Right, welcome back, everyone. My name's Paul. Let's be very clear from the onset. You've had a warning in the credits. There's a sign above me, Jeff in Swedes. I use a bit of construction site language. If you're watching this with your kids, turn over now. Don't moan. This is an exciting one because this is, you might have seen this video, painful watch. If you got all the way through, fucking well done. All right, well done, because it was diabolical. But I had a sneaky shout out. So YouTube said, oi, they're talking about you, because it does inform you. YouTube does get a few things right. The reason I've got them both here is because Lee decided that actually the best thing we can do with these is do them up, get them perfect, and sell them off for charity. So Andertons are going to be doing a short video on these two again, a revisit, probably to slag off my tech skills. Yep. And they're going to be raffled off for charity. So definitely catch up with them. I think their video is going to go live next week or so. I don't know. You all watch Andertons the same as I. Most of you, 99% watch Andertons. This is Lee's £99 East Coast Strat. Daphne blue, very tasteful. And if you remember the video, he took the piss completely. We've got Graph Tech ratio tuners. We have got a Monty's pick guard, which is really why I wanted to get my hands on it, because I love Monty's stuff. It's more expensive than what I normally advocate for on this channel. I like to get the best out of low-cost gear. You don't have to spend astronomical amounts. But I have paid a set of their pickups in the past that I thought were lovely, and these are delicious. So there you go. Let's start with a serious note. I'd like to apologise to Monty's for rebranding Monty Presso as Minge Fudge on the channel. Alright, it's not called Minge Fudge, and I got given one. I bought one, but I got given one. And everyone comments in their Facebook adverts, isn't this Minge Fudge? It's not. So let's be friendly, guys. Monty's are lovely. They did reach out and said that they appreciated the joke, and probably when they finished typing, they went, but he's a bit of a wanker. I am, no denying. So, sorry Monty's, love you, and your pickups are absolutely juicy. Fingers crossed, I've got someone decent coming to do the demo. You never know, my reach is getting further, and it's about to get as far as North Devon, which isn't that far, but it's further than I like to travel without getting a nosebleed. Now, Monty's Electronicaries are in here, so I've not got to do anything with that. Lee sent it with no knobs. Yeah, which is surprising really with someone that can look this camp. It's a great picture, innit? It's the best screen grab in the fucking West. So I've got some knobs, maybe not to everyone's taste, definitely not to Mrs. Richards' taste, but I've got some knobs and I've got a small tip, I've been told. Now, this has also got a Vega trem on it, which is another reason I wanted to get my hands on it, and having played it, I don't know if I'll ever want to buy a different trem. That is absolute for 199 quid. This is the total for the upgrades Lee's put on this guitar, and completely bonkers, but absolutely justified because it's going to be an absolute world beater and you can win it. So follow the links and all that YouTube shit that I haven't really figured out or care about that much. Now, this does need a setup. It's not perfect. Let's have a little look at how Uncle Lee has sent it to me because it's not fucking great. So first thing we're going to do is look at it through the eyes of your dodgy uncle. How much relief have we got in here? And as you can see, hopefully you can see from that, I'll zoom right in, there is, if I was to measure that on the ruler, it would say a fuck ton of relief, which is a little bit more than we want. How much do we want? We want a queef of relief. Now, people often ask me, but Paul, how much is a queef of relief? Well, a queef of relief, for those who are new to the channel, is 0.05 millimeters. Really, a neck should, when you set a guitar up, if you're doing yours at home, you can have it nigh on flat. Perfect. A flat neck is lovely. The reason I'll chip a guitar out with a queef of relief, sometimes two, is because if I send it to you and you've got different conditions at home and it makes the neck move a little bit because it's made of wood and wood moves, it might back bow a little bit. And if you get a back bow, everything goes to shit rather quickly and people are incapable of fucking checking themselves. So that's why I tend to play with a little bit of relief. It's a safety queef. Never said that before, but let's say it again. So I'm going to straighten out this neck. These strings are going in the bin anyway, because I think Lee's got that rusty finger syndrome. Do you know what I mean? Copper knob. Now, if you haven't got a little skinny spacer, you can get your ruler on there, and if I get in nice and close, you can tell there's just a bit of daylight under there. That's a couple of queefs, probably. It's a little bit more. But that is fine. Little bit of daylight under the middle of the ruler, and if your neck's any good, you'll have none at the end and none at the other end. That is as simple as it gets. Now, if I'm working on a neck, I want to get it dead straight. Absolutely. And to be fair, normally, if you're working on your guitar at home on the dining room table and the missus is gone out because you know she'll give you shit, then get the neck straight, and normally the next day it will probably move a little bit to a queef. Not a lot more, but you can always have a check. Get a decent, not straight edge. If you buy a shit one, it will be shit. You'd have to hone it in yourself with a nice flat surface, like the back of your head, Trevor. We all know a stupid Trevor. There's always one. If you're a clever Trevor, I apologise. Now, what is the action with that nice flat neck? Let's check the nut first. Absolutely perfect. 0.45 to about 0.38. That nut don't really get any better. This is a Graphtec inspired fakery. It's one of they fake nuts. It's fine. It's not plastic. It's plastic adhesiums. It's fine. Don't really need replacing. You could put a bone nut on there. I don't think it would make much of a difference. You might be the sort of guy that can only play whilst fingering bone. If that's you, that's fine. I'm going to give him a little bit of a tickle just to warm him up. But that's all. Now I've got 1.8 on the low E. 1.6 on the high E. That's actually what Lee likes. If I remember rightly, he plays with a slightly higher action. I'm a 1.6, 1.4 man, match the radius. Lee was a little bit higher than that. Now, this is a 12-inch radius. If you're not sure how to gauge 12 inches... Now, I'm just going to check the radius of these strings are matching the radius of the fretboard. These are all simple little checks that you can do yourself, and they're not. They are absolutely miles out. The low E and the high E are far too high. So I'm just going to lower them down. I'm just going to match that. I'm going to talk about what I'm doing today. I'm not really going to show you all in depth on what we're doing because there's a lot to do. It's a weird fixing mechanism of this one, down through into the block rather than them being fixed from the back. But I like that. There seems to be a bit of adjustment to move this trem side to side depending on whether your routes are any good. It's absolute. We've got a dildo ring. Sorry about that. Right, we're pretty well lined up there. That's all within the scope of that trem. There's nothing out of the ordinary. I'll give her a quick tune-up. I'll check the neck relief. We're going to keep checking as we go through. Never be afraid to put that on your neck a million times during the job. And we'll just go bit by bit. I've ended up with 1.65, 1.45, and we'll just see if it plays. I'll plug it into the spark up here just for some intermediate crap noise, and we'll see what it sounds like. Right, so interesting. We've come across a problem. Well, not really a problem. It's just an issue, right? A subject that quite often happens.
Come again.
That action feels stupid low. It does feel very, very low. I'm just going to double check it. Well, it's 1.75 to 1.55. It's a little bit higher than I would go. Now, here's a cheeky little phenomenon for you. That's a technical word, I know. Look it up. These are tiny frets. They are vintage. Very, very teeny tiny. And a low action on a teeny tiny fret feels sometimes weird. It does feel very weird. Now, I know that Lee plays a vintagey sort of things, which is why he might prefer a higher action. If you're playing with a modern sausage or a sausage, a lower action feels normal because the string is further away from the fretboard. Action is measured from the underside of the string to the top of the fret. That's basically what that measures in a highly technical manner. Now, I'm getting a little bit of buzz, 1 to 4, because that's where the strings are absolute closest to the fret. We could give that neck a tiny bit of relief. It would be fine. That is a really easy fix. Somebody at the door. I'm filming, fuck off!
One eternity later.
Right, the next stage, before I was rudely interrupted, I'm going to whip these strings off because I don't think they're D'Addario and we can't be having that. I've had a quick measure, and interestingly, I just watched Steve Cassidy's video asking people silly questions about metric and imperial. Go and watch it if you're not sure. But it did confirm that a 0.24, 0.25 millimeter is a 10, gauge 10s. So I'm going to whip these off, take them off. I'm going to check for some rockers. We're not going to do a full level recrown and polish. I don't think it needs it. These East Coast guitars are pretty good. We'll tap some frets down if they need it. We'll give them a good polish with the Fretilyzer system, link below. Hard sell, hard sell. We'll lubricate our nut. Might be your nut if you win this. You definitely should. And we'll go from there. And so, yeah, here we go. Next stage. Do you know, I assumed that Vega trem was fixed in there. But it just rests in under that little plate. Didn't know that. I could have read up about it. Of course I could. But I'd rather fuck it up and find out the hard way. And interestingly, the strings go in the back door. Nice, Vega. I like it. Right up my chutney channel. What do you call chutney in the States? Are you watching this in the Americas? In the American Andes? What do you call chutney over there? Now, we'll have a cheeky look at this neck. We'll get it back straight because it's not going to be straight now you've taken the strings off. Use your brain. We're going to have a massive, monumental back bow. Now a good neck, an exquisite neck, you should be able to slacken the truss rod so there's nothing on him. She's loose in the hole, which is a familiar feeling for most of us. That's dead slack, girl. How straight is the neck? Is she a behaver? No, not quite. She needs a bit of tension. It's pretty flat. I'm happy with that. We'll leave the Allen key in there. Allen! Oh. If you want to know what Allen's all about, it's a dog that lives up the road. I've never seen the little fucker, but in the summer months, he likes to just be outside and barks continuously. I'll try and get a recording on camera, but I probably won't be able to. He's elusive as fuck. Now, let's have a look at these frets. Always checking. We've got a cheeky rocker. Make sure, even this Stumac cheeky rocker needed a bit of honing. Bit of love on a dead flat surface. If that's not flat, it's useless. It's a paperweight. And we're just looking to see if anything's rocking. We'll give it a bit of love. Put your support under there. Now, incidentally, this is like the 4th or 5th East Coast I've had in the workshop. I might be accused of favouritism. I'm getting fuck all out of this scenario, I'll have you know. I had one, a modern one, that I wasn't particularly happy with the frets. Incidentally, that was the only one that had sausages. All this vintage stuff seems fine. That's not bad at all. We'll get out the coveted Fretilyzer system. I'm going to polish these frets from 1500 to 4000, 8000. They're going to be like mirrors. Incidentally, the fret ends are absolutely banging. What's that, Phil? You want to give them a wank? All right, mate. Oh my God! Oh my God, they're so good. Phil, is that your fucking foot? Get your fucking foot off. Now, let's give them a bit of a polish. I'll show you one. I'll show you one fret, all right? That's all, because I've edited fret polishing 1,000 times and it breaks my soul. Come on, Dave, get close. These boys need it in 1440p. Not like the Texas Toast Boys, still filming in 480p. Come on, boys. Bit slow over there in the Americas, ain't ya? So you wrap him round, on goes your gastric band. There's a little nubule in there which will just conform to the shape of the frets. And then we just whip up. Make sure it's nice and tight. And I'm going to go all the way up and I'm going to whip up to 8000 and they will be absolutely pucker. This has been minge fudge. The board's absolutely lovely, so I'll try not to slip off and ring the wrong doorbell. I'm going to change these bent saddle string trees to roller string trees because they are better for the win. I'll put some D'Addario NYXLs on, which is these. And then we'll get an extra special person to come and do the demo. I'm hoping. You might end up flicking to me doing a real shit Gilmore-y sort of fucking slow demo downstairs. I'm well aware that I'm better at playing than some of you. I'm also well aware that I'm way worse than some of you, and I get comments like, oh, stop doing this slow Gilmore slop. It's all I've got in the fucking tank, mate. You sound like Mrs. Richards, all right? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. I've got me techniques, and if they're not working, then we'll just add more butter. Let me just mute Andy, the guitar geek. There you go. You can't have a week without a week in gas. It's just how it is, isn't it? Now, we are all done. I had some hiccups. Do you want to know about the hiccups? There's always a fucking hiccup, isn't there? This is actually nicely set up now. The frets are absolutely mirror polished. 1.7, 1.5. I think I would, if I owned this, I would probably go a little bit higher. I've put some roller string trees on, which technically we shouldn't need with staggered. Shouldn't need them with the, I'm talking like Pete now. Smoking a pancake. You shouldn't need them with staggered tuners, but it doesn't matter. I'll put them on anyway because we had holes in the headstock. I've put some nobules on. I've put a large tip on there because, that is almost a butt plug, isn't it? Vega Trem, amazing. I love that bit of kit. Absolute wanker to initially get the strings in. We had a chip out on the paint. You'll be spotting this. Have a little close up there. So the moral of the story is when you take your old trem out, because you've got to fit this one with springs and a bit of tension, it doesn't want to hold itself in place. It doesn't really lock in place until you've got a bit of tension both sides. It's a bit of a fiddly fucker. Wonderful trem, fiddly fucker at the initial stage. And it wants to bounce around. If you've got a little bit of overhanging wood and maybe not the tidiest route, which we can forgive a £99 guitar, it chipped the paint out. I text Lee, I sent him a photo, I said, mate, the paint's chipped here. What should I do? He said, oh, that was me. Thanks, mate, I thought it was me. Can you just say that again, Lee? You've done what?
I've gone for the stitch up. I've gone with guitars with a 7.
That's enough. That's all I need, mate. Yeah. So I've done a polished bit of metal, we put it over the top, and actually that's custom as fuck now, isn't it? And actually looks fine. Doesn't look out the ordinary. I'm happy with that fix. This feels great. I'll see you in a minute for a conclusion. Ciao for now. Right, so there you go. I'm not bringing the guest up from downstairs. He can fucking stay down there and tidy up. Slag. What a lovely little bit of kit. Let's just have a little discussion about the silliness of this. It is silly. It's a £99 guitar. All of these upgrades made a massive difference. It's a lovely, lovely Strat. It's wood and wire at the end of the day. It's popular body. Whether you need it to be made of older, for it to be extra special for you, that's fine. It must be swamp ash sourced in the Everglades of fucking Americana, whatever, I don't care. It's made of poplar, it's got a nice little paint job. The necks are always great on these. It's nicely rolled. It feels like a Strat, let's be honest. Now, should you put £600-700 of upgrades on your £99 Strat? You fucking do you, mate. I don't care. What people never ever talk about when they go, oh, what a waste of money, it should be on better guitars. When you sell this guitar, if you sell it with 600 quid worth of add-ons, you're going to lose most of your money. People don't give a shit about what you've modernised the guitar with. If you're going to pimp your Beast Coast, keep the original bits. If you get bored of this fucker and you want to sell it on or give it to a young musician, put the old bits back on. Keep your Vega trem. That can last you a lifetime. It can travel from guitar to guitar. So it's not a waste of money. It's a little cheeky investment and you can have a nice little stash of bits from all of your frivolous spending. Don't sell your pimped guitar with the upgrades. Waste of money. Keep them. And if that's the case, then it's not silly, is it? Have as much fun as you want with a guitar. That's all I care about. It's all supposed to be fun. This is being raffled for charity. Follow Andertons. Go and have a little look. There's a link below. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to enter it. Fuck it. I might win this bastard back. See you later, everyone. Special wave.
And the runners and riders are ready for the on-site Grand National. Let's have a look at the course. Here we come. Got to go over the jump, around the brick pile, then through over the next jump and through the finish line.
Let's go.
Runners and riders are ready, and they're off. And the yellow hat takes an early lead. Wants to change the corner, blue second. Go on, Jonesy. Jonesy's in the lead. You can do it, son. Go on. And yellow's streaking it away. He's winning by a mile. Go on, Jonesy. Jonesy!
Bang that ball, lads. You won it! You won it!